Welcome back to Hearthward Bound, a familiar tale, the only stream based on a meme. Brought to you by the legendary and ManaPot Studios. This is episode 3 of our 4-part series. You still have time to catch up and see our first 2 episodes right here on the ManaPot Studios Twitch channel. And then soon after episode 4, which is in 2 weeks, our finale, we'll be putting the whole series up on YouTube. So looking forward to that. This is normally the scheduled time for our stream, The Hole in the World, set in the Invisible Sun universe by Monty Cook. The same lovely faces, playing a cast of magic users set in Saturnine. We just took a break on a pretty big cliffhanger, and we'll be back in 2021. And if you'd like to catch up, those episodes are already on YouTube. I am your zookeeper. I am your dungeon master, Bill, also known as Ghost Spike on Discord. And I'd like to introduce my trusty crew, the unwavering Marissa. Please tell us who you're playing and where we can find you on the internet.
Hi friends, my name is Marissa, pronouns she, her, and I go by Critical Kitten with a variety of punctuation here, there, and everywhere on the socials. And I am playing the aloofy floofy Silver Snow Cat, Aletheia, who is the companion to the Aasimar Druid, Polaris, Ice Warden, and Stellar Cartographer.
Thank you. And the steadfast Marcy, please tell us who you're playing and where we can find you on the socials.
Hey y'all, I'm Marcy, obviously. You can find me most places around the internet under the moniker Experimental Madness, except on Twitter, where I am still and shall continue to be a resident cryptid on there. You can find me under the name Marciful, although maybe I should actually now change it to resident cryptid, because I keep saying that multiple times. And
I'm Googling that handle right now.
Do not. I'm sure someone has it. It's too good. Tonight, I am playing your resident murder owl, whose name is Hoot. She is very small and very fierce. And yes, in addition to that, I'm also playing the opposite end of that spectrum, a much taller, more human-shaped druid who goes by the name of Daffodil.
Thank you very much. The devoted Zach, who deserves special thanks for running tech for this stream. Please tell us your characters and where we can find you on the internet.
Hey everybody, I am Zach. I go by he, him pronouns. I'm otherwise known as Great Zamino all over the social medias. This week I am playing, as per usual during this arc, Mangolin the Pangolin. Very small, but also very much a fan of honey. And at the opposite end of that spectrum, I am playing the 8-foot-tall, lumbering dune Goliath Driakmo. So that's a lot of fun.
Wonderful. And last but not least, my faithful Hopper, who has built this entire world that we're playing in today and graciously given me permission to play in their sandbox. Please tell me who you're playing.
It's me, Hopper. I use they, them pronouns, and I'll be playing Flake the wee fat raccoon who gets his grubby little paws all over everything. And on the other side, not less fat, more angry, the halfling druid Fia, who also has a Scottish accent and is equally, if not more, prone to murder.
Wonderful. Once again, thanks to ManaPot Studios for allowing this. I'd like to shout out Liza Courtwright, who did our overlays and the art that you saw in the intro. Incredible work. Thank you very much. And then, Zach, can we throw up the meme that was promised?
You got it, Captain.
Thank you, user Digital Fruits, for submitting this prompt to probablybadrpgideas.tumblr.com. And thanks to Dungeon in a Box for illustrating this. That if you want to blame anybody for this stream, it's their fault. We'd also like to thank Andreas Walters and Metalweave Games for publishing The Awakened, which has all of the books for making enhanced animals that we took much inspiration from. So thank you for that. And without further ado, cue the music, first cue, and let's return to the world of Jushara. This is many thousands of years ago, not long after the God Wars, and the Fae invaded the material plane. And on the island of Trella, at the peak of Mount Baki, the furnace of creation, a meeting of gods and their scions was convened to discuss the alliance of Jushara's dragons with the Fae, and what the response must be: the creation of super soldiers, orcs. Our heroes, servants of the primordial god of nature Maro, ancestors of the very first druids, were in attendance with their animal companions, but the meeting itself was a trap. A giant red dragon, along with strange gray-skinned elementalist henchmen, killed or captured the assembled host. They were working in service of a creature seemingly composed of glowing embers, who, with magic unknown to our heroes, began sacrificing the captive deities and enhancing their own power through magics unknown. But not all in attendance were captured or killed. Our 4 animal companions, Aletheia the Snow Cat, Flake the Raccoon, Mangolin the Pangolin, and Hoot the Pygmy Owl, escaped the carnage and found themselves alone in a strange jungle, a mountain between them and reuniting with their people. Previously, they successfully defended themselves from a pack of velociraptors. They encountered some wild bears and some strangling vines, and crossed a giant ravine atop a fallen log. And this is where we rejoin our animals. You've just made it across this impressive gap, this chasm. Around you are bushes growing at the base of this log, a bit of a cleared area, and tall trees begin probably about 60 feet away from you in this kind of semicircle opening. And you hear a crack of thunder, and you look and see dark rain clouds rolling in for what seems to be a regular afternoon thunderstorm in this tropical climate. Another boom, and then followed by the boom, a roar, a familiar roar of a red dragon, this one much closer, and you're out in the open. I'd like all of the animals to make an insight check.
$17.
14.
14 for me as well.
Hoot, you know that usually things that can fly have very good eyesight, and you know that you've been spotted. And you know that the best thing to do is to run. What do you do?
Bold of you to assume that Hoot would think the best thing would be to
The
run.
dice don't lie. 17, even Hoot knows.
I think Hoot, who has been flying over the gorge and is probably still in flight now, is just, I think that the dragon has seen us. Yes, we should probably get to some kind of cover.
And I think, I'm just going to skitter forward as much as possible.
Aletheia goes, I have no desire to have my fur singed, so yes.
And let's cue music cue number 5, a roar, and you can see definitely now the dragon is diving. All of you have decided to run a bit, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Fly very fast.
Yeah, you make it to the edge of the trees. All of you roll me a dex save.
Oh,
boy.
Ooh, oh boy.
Starting off strong, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Hey, Bill, my joke earlier about landing in a tree.
14 for Mangolin.
Okay.
17.
That's a 16 for.
So those of you that got above a 15, you have kept your feet as the dragon slams down into this clearing, and scans around and looks for you. I need you all to make a stealth check for me.
What is
What
a flying?
consequences for that one?
What is a-
You're knocked prone.
Oh, okay.
20 non-natural on stealth.
Much better.
8 for Mangolin.
16.
26.
Even
Okay.
prone, I am a pile of leaves. There is no owl here.
So the red dragon spots Mangolin and sends off a fire breath into the forest and begins charging forward. And here's how we're going to handle this. We're going to do kind of a group skill check here.
Oh dear.
This thing is beginning to charge through the forest. It's easily as tall as the trees. And you guys are probably about, I'm imagining, kind of scattered in a bit of a semicircle, maybe about 5 to 10 feet away from each other. And you have choices. And I want you to kind of like prisoner's dilemma these choices. You can dash with no time to think. You get double your movement, but you're going to roll a d6 to determine exactly which way you run. You can attempt to stick together. You'll move at half your movement. You're more likely to be spotted, but you can plan your next turn. Or you can attempt to hide with normal movement, rolling a d6 to also randomly go in a direction and hide. So, what questions do you have before I ask you to make a decision? Yeah.
Can so I do have the ability to burrow. I have a burrow speed.
Okay, if you burrow, I will call that hiding.
Okay, cool. But if I do that, can I is there any way I can kind of signal to the other terrestrial born?
That if you wanted to signal to your buddies, that would be stick together to try and coordinate your efforts.
Mechanics.
So I'm gonna ask everyone to hold up a 1 for dash, a 2 to stick together, or a 3 to hide. So I'm gonna give a countdown, and you're all gonna make your choices now. All right. Any questions before I proceed with the countdown?
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Just
all
rip that
right.
Band-Aid off, Bill.
Lightning round.
All right. Hold up a 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Oh. I can't. Okay. 3, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Everyone who chose to hide, roll me a d6. If you rolled a 1 or a 2, you went to the northeast. If you rolled a 3 or a 4, you go to the north. If you roll 5 or 6, you go to the northwest.
The 6 for Flake, so
6
northwest.
for me as well. So actually, probably you and I are going the same.
5 for me. So northwest.
So you all run off in towards the same direction miraculously. And go ahead and roll me your stealth checks. Don't tell me those yet. Hoot, what does it look like you trying to keep this group together?
Well, we all did accidentally go in the same direction, so I'd like to say that was like Hoot shooting off like an arrow, and we all followed.
Sure.
Part of the dice.
Yeah, so I think you get to with half movement, but you're flying, so it's going to be the same. You're yelling. What are you yelling after them as you see them go off in that direction?
Just like this way. Try to stick together through the trees.
Wonderful. So give me a stealth roll, Hoot, because I want to see if this dragon notices you. You are quite tiny.
I am very small. A 14.
Dragon spots you.
Of course.
He rolled really well.
No, damn.
He starts climbing, bounding through this forested area, knocking over trees and crushing through here. Those of you who rolled your stealth rolls to hide, did any of you get higher than a 15?
Yes.
Okay. Those of you who are hidden well, you are not seen. You escape the carnage. Mango, I want you to roll a dexterity save as a giant tree comes crashing down in the space where you're deciding to hide. But you're burrowing, right?
Yeah, I am burrowing.
You're burrowing? All right, you're fine.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So I'm going to need everybody to make the same choice now. It's dash. Those of you who are hidden can continue to hide, or attempt to reach out and plan things with your buddies. Choices: 1 dash, 2 plan, 3 hide. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Hoot, where are you going? Where are you dashing?
Do I need to make a roll for that?
No, you're deciding. Oh, actually, no, you're right. That's the random. So please give me a d6.
6.
Also continuing northwest.
Amazing. Yeah, I think after being spotted, my normal flight speed is 60 feet. So dashing, I just go phew,
Amazing.
while flying.
Yeah, you're in
120.
You're way up in a tree. Might as well be a Christmas tree.
There it is. There it is.
I feel like this is the quick time moment in a video game where you
Yep.
have like the checks to press.
Press
buttons.
Y. Press Y.
Yeah.
Flake, you wanted to plan with your buddies.
No, definitely. 3 was
Hide.
hide, right?
3 was hide. Okay, I thought I saw a 2 there.
Hello,
That
I
was
am a
me.
raccoon.
That was you. Sorry. So, Mango, how do you attempt to stick together with your friends?
Like a terrible Looney Tunes cartoon, you just see like this moving pile of earth is just, and then suddenly you see Mangolin stick his head out and just say, friends, follow me. And yeah,
Go. Keep going.
yeah, and as soon as I think what I do is try to wave my tongue around like in the air, like just like probably because it's the brightest thing that stands out from the flora and the fauna and the earth. And as soon as I am confident that I have gotten their attention, I am going to continue burrowing northwest.
All right, I'm going to see if the dragon saw you do that. Can you roll me a stealth check?
You got it.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing pangolin tongue.
14.
14 does not do it. The dragon sees this and goes and kind of like tries to whack-a-mole and slams its giant paw down as soon as you go under. We've got another round of this. Hoot, you are so far away. Our raccoon and cat have stayed hidden. And Mangolin is attempting to keep burrowing. Are we ready to make our choices?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's start with Mango. Mango is dashing. Roll me a d6.
I
Okay.
hate this.
All right. Let's see.
I'm using this against you, Bill.
4.
4. You go straight north and you move double your movement, which is how far?
40. That said, I do. Well, no. This is the mechanics. So 40 feet.
40 feet because of the burrowing speed's 20.
Yeah. Exactly.
On board. Hoot, what did you decide to do?
I'm hiding because I've already moved quite a distance,
right.
and I'm now in my little Christmas tree, and I'm gonna hide in it so good I end up in New York City.
And you have a choice to move on this, but you're choosing not to move.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
rather. This is sort of like what Hoot does as a pygmy owl. Is like, I'm in a tree, now I'm leaves.
Got it. And Flake, what was your choice?
That was 2.
That was 2, and Aletheia, you chose 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Aletheia, you continue to be hidden. Flake, what do you do?
I think Flake wants to make Flake doesn't know where everybody else is, and this is where those weird parental instincts come in, and he is looking around to try to make sure everybody's safe. And is playing shepherd, but doesn't actually know where anybody is,
Okay, so
except
I'll-
probably Aletheia.
yeah, I was gonna say you
Yeah,
have the
you're probably
opportunity
with
to
me.
communicate with Aletheia. The risk of this being that you have a chance to be spotted.
Well, where do I see Mangolin or a Mango or Hoot?
Mango dashed underground. I don't think you see him.
Okay, and no Hoot either. Hoot's in the Rockefeller tree.
Hoot's in the Rockefeller tree.
It. Do we go back for them? This is bad. This is very bad. I don't like this.
Aletheia, what's your hiding spot?
Definitely, like, Aletheia's strategy here is basically to kind of follow the underbrush and to, like, go kind of bush to bush on the ground, and have, like, moments where, like, the coast is clear and then kind of go to the next cover spot.
Okay.
So I imagine at the moment she's kind of in a big, dense, fluffy bush that's, like, on the outskirts of some open area.
Okay. Would you like to move? Because you can move normal movement. You just don't get to choose where you go.
So I can see Flake.
Yeah, you can see Flake, who just said what they said.
Like you just see like the big eyes and the bandit mask poking out from under like a log, like through some ferns. You just see like.
Yeah. I think, can Aletheia, like, go for the log to catch up with Flake?
Yeah, I'm gonna say both of you roll me stealth checks.
Yep. 19.
25.
Okay, the
Cool.
dragon does not see you, and goes off charging. I think kind of saw this the disturbed earth from the pangolin, and goes charging north through the forest, knocking over trees, roaring very frustratedly. We're gonna come back to Hoot, Flake, and Aletheia. Mangolin, what do you do?
I am going to dig deeper and I am going to hide.
Dig deeper and hide. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine I'm probably hearing the footfalls of a dragon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just like, this is not low enough. Just keep trying to go straight down at this point.
Yeah, you hear a very frustrated, and then you see the kind of flickering lights from like the distorted light from where in your burrow kind of flicks orange a little bit, and as it seems to be shooting fire just in frustration. And then from all of your vantage points, you can see this dragon take back up to the sky, and we can go back to music cue 4. Now, here is the situation. Mangolin is deep underground. Hoot had gone off in a completely different direction, about 120 feet, and Flake and Aletheia are close together, not far from where they started. You're not sure where the others are. We're going to start with Flake and Aletheia, I think. What do you do?
We're both under the same log now.
You're both together. You just saw the dragon take to the air.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is very bad.
I could be wrong, but I swear Faye said something about if you don't move, they can't see you, or something similar.
What do you think they know about dragon logic?
What's a logic?
It's the thing that happens in your brain.
I thought that was thinking.
Well, thinking and logic are closely related, but they're not the same. We don't have time for this now. Logic says that the dragon will probably come back.
Wait, I'm confused. Whose logic? When did they say this?
You know what? Imagine logic is the thing in your brain, like you live with it. It talks to you. Logic tells you where to go and why, and it gives you a good reason for it.
No, that's fear.
So I'm going to say that in this moment, you guys do not decide to move.
Yes.
We're going to cut to Hoot. Hoot, you've seen this dragon take to the skies from your safety in the tree. What do you do?
Once I can see the dragon move like a safe distance away, I think Hoot will like ruffle up their feathers and then take to the sky again, low flying through the forest canopy, trying to scan for her companions. And as she's going, she's just gonna keep letting out like a very shrill woohoo, woohoo, as she's like doing a little circle.
Are you flying back the way that you came from?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Mango, you're underground. Actually, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Hey, okay, and Mango picks up a spare. That's 22.
Okay, not only is there like an ant's nest like 5 feet to your right, you hear and you perceive of some rumblings and some shuffling of earth, something else that can burrow, something else a good size bigger than you is tunneling or has tunneled nearby, maybe within 200 feet or so.
I think that when I make this realization, the tongue is out and like slowly, surely, like it's probably at least 5 feet. It's probably taking a couple of ants, and then suddenly, and I am going to, I think, realizing that there's something close by, but not wanting to get too far, I am going to just move a little bit of distance away and try to tunnel back up and look for folks.
Okay, so you're tunneling back up. We're gonna go back to Flake and Aletheia doing a who's on first routine.
The logic's on first.
Well, logic says we should probably stay here, shouldn't we? That's what Polaris always told me when I got lost.
Still not clear on that, but I agree with logic.
That's good. We'll go with that.
Wonderful.
And I think Flake just hugs this raptor head, which he has
Still have it.
hung on to the whole fucking time. And just hugs it and just kind of like does the floop back. If you've ever seen a raccoon sit on its butt, especially a fat raccoon, they just turn into a ball and just holding this raptor head underneath this log and just goes, well then, I guess we wait.
We do. Aletheia takes this moment to start grooming herself because her fur was all blown amok by the running.
So you can see there were easily, and Hoot sees this as well from her aerial point of view, easily a dozen trees were uprooted or snapped in half from this dragon's rampage through the forest. You see, smaller creatures and birds kind of slowly making their way back to this area. Hoot, you definitely see Flake and Aletheia. Would you like to join them? That was almost sneaky.
Yeah, I totally would. Thank you. The timing could not have been better on that one.
So yeah, you're all together, and you notice that there's no Mangolin. What do you do?
Where is the one that tunnels?
Is there any sign of the dragons around?
Dragon?
Dragon.
No, it flew off. You can see it actually still. It's kind of making a long circle up towards the peak of the volcano.
It's not with you.
No, I did not see him.
That's probably under the ground, right? That's where
I
it
start
goes.
hopping along the ground. Mango? I peck on the earth like, hello?
Aletheia gets to the top of the log and goes, all right, everyone, we're going to have to begin mission Tunnel into the Earth. Now I need you to use your paws and find a small patch of earth with no grass and slowly begin to remove the dirt and loosen the clods.
Hoot doesn't have paws, but Hoot just goes like this back and forth, like on the ground, like she's just like
Scritching the dust.
I now have a vision of Aletheia leading like an exercise class, like, and knead.
And make those biscuits. Here we go.
Yeah, I just have the image of Aletheia with like a pith helmet.
Yeah, there you go.
Flake is going to set down the raptor head and just kind of like snorfle around.
Your Mike did not like that. I was like, nah, nothing's happening here.
Oh, it didn't like that.
It just thinks that it's background noise, I think.
I mean, to be fair, it's background noise. How dare you, microphone?
It is, I must admit, very hard to snorkel loud enough to be picked up by a microphone.
Oh no, I hear all of you. It's
No,
fine.
no, that's not good audio.
So this expedition is off to a successful start. No one is digging. We have someone giving orders.
I'm
Someone's
doing the best I can.
someone's scritching, and a sniffer. Mango, you're probably, well, you made it 40 feet underground. So you've popped up in the midst of jungle ferns and bushes all around you, tall trees. And give me a survival check to see if you have kept your wits about you and know which way is back towards the group.
Okay. 15 on the die. Let me tell you.
Okay, yeah, you got it. So you know that due south of you is where you came from. The question is, what do you do?
I think I would probably just probably like and kind of give a signaling cry and then keep moving and backtracking a little bit, very carefully and very quietly. Would I come upon this tableau of animals?
Yeah. How loud's your signaling cry?
I think it's very quiet and very surreptitious.
All right,
then,
give me a stealth check, and we'll contest it with everyone's perception. We'll say sight, not aided by anything else.
15, I believe. 15.
Team dig, roll me your perception.
Do you want passive
Fury?
perception? Or
Yeah, let's do passive. Let's give him a chance.
How'd everybody do?
Just passive? Then we're not rolling.
yeah, then we don't need to roll.
Right.
It's 17.
Okay.
Likewise.
So Hoot, you catch sight of Mango immediately.
Would I hear it first?
No, I think there's enough snorkeling and scritching around that you see Mango.
Oh, I see him.
Aletheia
Over there?
visibly relaxes.
Hello.
You all look like you are very busy.
We are looking for you.
I was about to lead your rescue effort, so you're welcome.
Thank you. There's something big under the ground. Maybe better way to go? I don't want to find the dragon again.
Drip, 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 and heavy rain.
Oh no! Oh no! It's rain! It's water!
Hoot raises one wing to it. I think it covers the tip of your nose. I'm helping.
The rest of Alethia's fur is starting to slowly decompress into wet cat form.
And I think that you just, again, Mangolin is a little panicked, but mostly,
We can't stop. We have to keep going.
I need all of you to either make me a wisdom roll or a survivor roll, whichever one you want.
22 for me.
Okay.
Does this involve smell?
No.
Okay.
8.
Plus, adding math. 15.
Okay, so Aletheia and Mango, you know that it's it's about mid-afternoon, and if you were to march through the forest, you could probably make it to the base of the mountain by nightfall. The question remains how you get up, but this is what you know. The rain falls on a wet cat.
This is
getting
a bit
progressively unhappier.
It's a bit shit, isn't it?
Yes, I would say this is very much shit.
We can keep going into the forest. The deeper you go into the trees, the drier it gets.
Well, that sounds like an option for sure. Anything that would be drier, be it forest or underground, although only one of us can dig.
I don't go underground.
There seems to be a big thing down there.
That is not for birds.
Well, you can fit if you work really hard.
It is not for birds.
Have you ever been underground?
No! And like her feathers like puff up just a bit.
It's very dirty.
They belong in the sky or the trees. Come, we could find the small hollow in the trees and it is warm in there. Yes.
Warm, dry. I'm with the bird.
Okay.
But what about the people? The ones with the sticks and the jabby things and they're poking our people.
We're going after them, right?
We need to keep
Yes.
moving.
But
We
we
need to
cannot
go.
stay here. They're not here.
I'll share. Here, have some more of the raptor. It is good. I don't know why I'm doing Russian now. Don't ask.
If you hand the raptor skull to Mangolin,
Yeah, I think yeah, Flake's just like kind of like offering this to everybody. It's just like everyone snacks.
It's raining!
And
Yeah,
that
like
just means
Hoot's
it's cleaner.
offering to like move.
Yeah.
Now. Like I think she's already taking wing.
Mangolin is padding forward towards the direction that everybody kind of agreed into the wood, into the woods.
Yes.
The second you said warm and dry, Aletheia was there.
And we leave with Flake kind of left holding the raptor head and
More for me.
taking up the rear, I assume.
Yeah, I think you see like you see a little bit of like and then stuffing it back into the mouth and then just a very fat raccoon bounding. It's like watching a glob of jello run.
Okay. So I think we have our marching order. We have a Hoot leading point, followed by Mangolin, followed by Aletheia, and then Flake. Is Hoot or Mangolin guiding in any way? If so, you can roll survival. I'll allow you to help the other if you like.
I will assist Hoot just because I think it makes more sense for you to be the scout.
Sure.
And those who are not rolling here, including so Flake and Aletheia, I'd like you to roll perception, please.
14. I had double 13s.
14.
Oof.
So you're
Hey, they're pretty good. It's not too bad.
Oh no, I was talking about my
Oh.
oh, you rolled oof.
oof.
Oh.
I rolled oof.
Oh no.
Oh dear. That's okay. I got a 21.
Hey.
Oh, very good. So Hoot is leading you through. I think it's less efficient than Hoot would like it to be, because I think she keeps forgetting that you don't have wings. And so that she's leading you through a very direct path to the mountain, but it involves you having to go around and climb over things and deal with this terrain. Aletheia is keeping a good head on her shoulders, and I think at one instance caught wind of a large creature approaching and convinced the group to hide and avoided an encounter. Let's get another survival roll from Hoot, also assisted, and perception rolls from Flake.
That'll be a natural 20
Oh,
for a 21.
excellent. And the perception rolls, please.
11.
A dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. Making much better time. it's early evening now. You've got maybe 2 hours of sunlight left, although it's hard to tell through the very dark clouds and the downpour. And Flake, you see movement in the grass, and I'd like you to roll a nature roll for me.
Haha! A -1 for a grand total of 11.
It doesn't look very dangerous, and you move forward, and you think it's a normal snake that you've decapitated snakes 1,000 times, and as the group moves forward, you see what you thought was the end of this snake whip around, and it has a head, and you see coiling all the way around the other end of the snake, which also has a head. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no!
Are we fighting an Ouroboros?
Feathers and twigs.
Where does it poop out of?
Oh no! The image. Oh, all right. 17 for Mangolin.
Okay.
12.
That's the strong showing from our raccoon friend with a 5.
Okay.
And 9.
And then I always forget I need to roll. I hate being a DM. All right. Great. And okay. Mango, you hear what does Flake say when Flake realizes what he's done?
But there's 2.
You hear 2, and then you see this probably 12-foot long. Oh yeah, good idea. Let's change the music cue. You see this 12-foot long python-esque creature. Somehow against all biology, heads on both ends, and it's ready to chomp on Flake. You're probably 15 feet away from it.
Okay, I am going to move my full movement then to interpose myself between it and Flake, and I am going to swipe out with my claws.
Okay.
17 on the die.
That hits.
Excellent. So 2d8 plus Dex is 9 points of damage to the head that gets in the middle, and then I'm gonna kind of hunker down as best I can and let the bony armor hopefully take the brunt of the swing.
This was your claw attack?
Yeah, this is.
So yeah, you slash it across one of its faces and leave some marks.
Yeah,
looks like that hurt.
at which point I just say, "Hey!"
Easton!
Hoot, you start your turn maybe about 10 feet in the air above where Mango just started. So whatever the Pythagorean math is on that. And yeah, you see Mango go up and slash this thing across one of its faces. Interestingly enough, one of the faces is like dealing with Flake, and the other is starting to coil around.
I just scream as I careen down at an angle, "Death from above!" with my talons out. Going in for that attack. Oh yeah, that's a 17 on the dice.
Sure, we know that hits.
All right, that'll be 2d8 because I'm a murderer bird. Here we go with that. Oh. Okay, 1 second. I'm doing some math. That'll be 10 points of damage.
Holy cow. All right. Now it is the snake's turn. It bites at Flake, and does a...
Does one of the heads just go around Mangolin?
Well, so the one head was engaged with you, and then the other head at the other end of its body was kind of swinging around.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Does
Oh,
a
dear.
13 hit you?
13 does no. Oh my god, I'm a tank. I forgot. No, it does not.
So it chomps at the air, and then the other end of it, the other head, goes to wrap itself around you and cannot find purchase on your soft little body. I think that's it for this guy.
I just
Aletheia.
realized that we had
Yeah.
not healed from our last encounter.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
Aletheia, it is your turn. So you saw this thing try to coil itself around Flake, and then kind of like a balloon, he just kind of squeezed out.
Yep. I think Aletheia, seeing both of its heads are otherwise engaged, will go directly for the middle with a roaring, and she will dive right at the middle of the Ouroboros with her killer claw attack.
Go for it.
All right. That is. That's the ding. 11. Does that hit?
11 does not hit. So I think the scales and skin on this thing are actually just quite thick, and you do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't really pierce through or draw blood. Okay, back to the top of the order. Flake. Yeah, you're after Aletheia. Flake, go ahead. You're just here to take attacks, not deal them.
Read. Right, very rude. My fat ball of fucking flubber wants to do some things. That is definitely the closest physics analogy. Flake is basically a non-Newtonian fluid given with
Claws.
with claws and teeth. And will immediately pounce. So who's being attacked currently?
You.
Besides me.
Just you.
Just me? Oh, just me. Fuck you. All right, cool. Well, Flake just gives and leaps, elongating, stretching out, and then just the butt catching up with the rest of the head. Don't question the physics. And that's a 13 plus 5.
That hits.
18. Cool. That's gonna be 2d8 plus 8. Oh. Do I have to say I enter ferocious form before I do it?
Oh, yeah, you do that.
Okay, I do that. Cool. I actually have advantage, so I'm just gonna roll just to double check. Nope. But it's a 15 plus 5, so dirty 20. 7 15 points of piercing damage.
Shit. Okay.
This is I'm not joking. I think this is the most mechanically best D&D character I've ever played. It's a little bit surreal. And then I have multi-attack, so I'm going to do that again.
All right.
The Velociraptor head lies forgotten on the ground. Oh, that's a 5 and a 19.
Okay.
So that's a 24 to hit, and that is 8 plus 1, 17 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
And yeah, so you probably see you see this leap, this squeeze out, kind of, there's probably almost if it was Looney Tunes, there'd be a pop noise, and Flake just goes and just starts gnawing on the back of this thing's head.
I'm gonna say for flavor, you take off one of its heads.
Ooh.
The one that was trying to squeeze you, it's now just flailing, spurting blood.
I'm just gonna collect collectively bigger heads.
Oh
no! By the
That's
time we get
not
back
what
to
this is for.
By the time we get back to Fia, I'm gonna have a red dragon's head that I'm just rolling up a hill.
Where did you learn how to make a necklace? Mango, it is your turn.
Mango is going to second verse, same as the first, try to see this happen, and will go for the remaining head, which I'm assuming is the one that was engaged and struck out. Yeah,
biting.
Cool. Okay. 18 on the die this time. So yep, 2d8 plus 3 for 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And
Not looking good.
exactly, which at once again just try to form into my little spiny armor ball.
All right. Hoot.
Yes. You will regret the day that you came in contact with me. The Scourge of Disguise. I don't know why I'm slowly turning into Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy, but you son of a shepherd. And I'm sort of like, as I dove in, I'm like going back up, around, and coming in for another slice. Alrighty, that's probably gonna do it, but let me do math. 20, not natural.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, here it comes. For the 2d8. Oh, boysy. That'll be 12 points of damage.
This thing is barely alive, but alive nonetheless. And it, I think, is sunk cost fallacy trying to get Flake one more time. This time with a bite.
No, my AC is. Well, maybe.
Is it 25?
No.
Oof.
All right.
No.
This is. Let's do it.
You get one, Bill. You get one.
I get one. This is that's 15 piercing damage.
Oof. Well, I'm down to 17.
Oh.
And the bloody stump is still going to try to constrict you, Flake.
Fuck you.
And does a 15 does not do it.
Nah.
All right. It's flubber. It's not gonna work. That is the snake's turn. It is Aletheia's turn.
All right. Convinced that she can actually weaken the middle of the Ouroboros, she is going to do the same thing where she's going to try to slash it down the middle with her killer claw and sever it in half. So that is much better. 15 plus 5, 20 non-natural.
That hits.
Perfect. All right, damage.
Kill it.
8.
Yeah, you disembowel this creature.
Yeah.
And it flails around, flinging viscera in every direction.
Delicious. A feast.
Blood rains down. Hoot just.
If we
I
have
knew
the
it
music
worked.
rights to Slayer, I'll tell you that.
My tongue was out.
I knew that would work. Logic. Cut the thing in half.
Is that Althea's razor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
I
man!
think
See
Hoot-
now, Hopper. The problem is this is all going to be canon in your world.
I know. I'm totally gonna make a blood magic spell. It's called Althea's razor now,
Yes.
and I'm gonna
definitely
use it
think-
against my players.
I definitely think Hoot has a strip of serpent flesh in her beak. It is like doing the really. If you've ever watched an owl eat, it is not pleasant. She's just horking it down.
It's like swallowing a fucking sword.
So these animals are eating the snake, and I think the blood that got on Aletheia's fur is being washed away by still the quite heavy rain. And Mango, how you were feeling a bit grossed out by this?
Yeah, I think Mango is going to kind of burrow.
Poor
I think
Mango.
burrow a little bit and like just kind of like do the thing where I try to clean my body with the dirt. So kind of like how almost like I'm trying to think of what animal it is, like an echidna
Chinchilla.
or a chinchilla.
A bunch of different animals take dust baths. It removes the oil.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to do a dust bath as much as I can.
Well, with this rain, it's gonna be a mud bath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. And of course,
Oh.
yeah, what was it?
Mango.
Pangolin.
Mango finds no solace in the earth.
Oh, Mango, no.
I thought that this usually works, but it was a bad idea.
You appear to be a ball of mud.
and then just
Meanwhile, in the
Go ahead.
background, you just see Flake holding up the head of one of these things, like standing on his hind legs and holding it up to the sky, just kind of like.
Hoot hops over the rain kind of like it slicks off of her feathers, but now her face is like covered in her front feathers are just even more covered in viscera. They were before, but now they have a fresh coat. And she just goes, so first we snack, then we find a place to rest. Yes.
Do we have time?
Yes, we should. Well, I suppose I'm somewhat biased because I can usually read the stars and nighttime is coming soon, but it would help to have that visibility so we can be able to figure out what direction to go.
Aletheia, make me a survival check.
Yeah. That is 14.
With a 14, you know that you've been making good time, and that with maybe under 2 more hours of travel, you'll get to the base of the mountain, but you have no idea how long it will take to get up the mountain, or even how you might begin to do so.
Yeah, so I think Aletheia will relay this information to everyone, and then say, certainly I think it would be best to at least get to the mountain. From there, directions becomes a lot easier, and it's harder to get lost.
Okay.
I'd definitely like to get back to the mountains. All this woods and mud and gross stuff. There's
It's
nothing
nice.
like. Is it though?
Yes.
I'm picturing in the branches above, there is a like chameleon kind of clinging to a branch, just looking at this. What is happening?
You're about to go like, what you say?
And I think what happens is Mangolin probably sees the chameleon and goes,
Run.
Who does a full like 180 with her head and just like, what's next?
Let's zoom away a bit here from this scene. I actually, did you want to rest, or did you want to begin moving?
I could
Ideally,
use-
I'd like to
Yeah, a rest, yeah. My
Okay,
hit
so
points are low.
Yeah.
I'm a wee bit jacked up.
so the chameleon GTFOs, and you begin to take a short rest, and we cut to the top of the mountain, and the rain is falling down, turning the stone like a deep red, like a deep bronze red, and the gnome disciples of Tyrannus are being sacrificed one by one. 2 of their bodies lay desiccated on the ground, and the one kneeling down, about to take the force of these ancient magical tongs, cries out, Tyrannus, Tyrannus, why have you forsaken us? And this creature, the tall, thin creature made out of glowing embers, says, you fools, you worship that which is already dead, a memory. Your true God stands before you. It is you who are forsaking me. Yes, Zach, thank you for the music cue. And the tongs are shoved to his chest, and once again, a huge intake of breath as purple white light shoots up into the sky, and this creature made of embers flickers transparent for a moment, and then the purple energy glows in its eyes. The druids are still tied with these restraints that seem somewhat magical, and you're sitting in a corner with Boudreaux, the gnome with the lily pad hat, and Gabbro, the dwarf with kind of perpetually covered in soot, a very long beard. And Gabbro leans over to Daffodil and to Driacmo and to Fe and Polaris and says, well, I suppose it's good that Vicky wasn't here to see this. And Boudreaux says, well, I don't know about you, but I saw Vicky go out with all those little animals on her back.
And yeah, I think Driacmo, you can practically hear the turning of his vertebra as he looks at them and says, they escaped. As a question.
Boudreaux replies, well, I saw her leave, and there was definitely a fat raccoon on the back. I think it was grabbing a cat. I don't know about that tiny bird, though.
She can find her own way. I can sense that she's still alive somewhere.
And Gabbro turns as you say this and says, you can sense it?
Call it faith. I have two very important questions for you, DM. One, would this have counted as a short rest for our druids? Because I don't think we ever accounted for restored HP since that battle in the first episode.
Something about these magical restraints is preventing you from getting the benefits of a short rest.
Gotcha.
AKA,
And
fuck yo, short rest.
Is there a way, since we've been sitting here for a while, Daffodil trying to figure out a way out of said restraints?
Roll me an Arcana check. Actually, everyone roll me an Arcana check. Please roll me 2 Arcana checks, Daffodil.
I would do 2 of those things, but I also come with this fun thing called These Are Not My Real Arms.
What?
Oh, that's right.
Remember, I'm covered in burns. And I wear prosthetics. Prostheses? Thank you. And would there be a way for me to remove one of my arms to get out of these restraints?
Hold that thought. I need all the druids to roll Arcana or Insight, whichever you'd like.
Oof.
Insight 9.
Okay.
23.
15 for insight.
Okay.
Hopper's busy looking up. I didn't pull up my sheet because I'm a fool. I'm a fool. But I rolled a 3, so I'm pretty
characters.
Sure it's a 3 on the dice, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter.
Aletheia or Polaris and Daffodil, you know that your animals are still alive. You know this. Daffodil, you can attempt to pull one of your arms out of the restraints. Do you do so?
I'd love to.
What does it look like when your prosthesis comes out?
My prostheses are based off of plants and a lot of woodworking and plant growth, the spell that I still have on me. So I think what happens first is there's just like this little like tug with my teeth around my shoulder as I like undo a leather strap. And from like connected to a little bit above my elbow, just this wonderful like bark and vine greenery that makes up my right hand. I'm no longer connected to that and that shackle.
So that's actually tied to your like other wrist, so that's starting to dangle loosely now. What do you do?
Am I prevented from casting spells?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. 17?
Something about these restraints is preventing any magic use by you.
Okay, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna sort of angle myself so the back of me is facing my fellow druids and what is it, Boudreaux and Boudreaux?
Boudreaux and Gabbro.
Gabbro. And I'm just say, use my arm to unlock the other restraint.
You see the lizard, the upright lizard creature, who spoke to you last time, who gave you a little bit of insight, and he looks up from his restraints and says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
You expect me to just sit here and do nothing?
I don't know what I would do if I were mortal. I truly pity you. I know why Nastor not sacrificed himself. I know why he tried to fight. When we die, we are nearly instantly reborn. The power of belief. This ritual, this is stealing our essence somehow. My guess is Boreal is unmaking belief, redirecting it. All of you can roll a religion check.
Yeah, because I was about to ask. I don't think I'm familiar with that. It's a 9.
6. Oh,
16.
16 and 15, you know that this is Boreal is the name of a lesser fire deity known as the Uncontained Flame. Stragos looks at your restraints and says, if they haven't started yet, they're going to begin to burn the moment you start to resist. And you can feel a little tickle. It seems the restraints are like recognizing that it's not quite tied up right. And something like an itch is beginning to form everywhere that these are touching your legs and your arms.
I just sort of give like is he a god?
You ask that?
No. Would this be information that Daff would already have?
He did refer to himself as not immortal, but you don't know his name.
I'm just sort of like, look at me. I've already faced and defeated a number of fires. Fire does not scare me.
This is admirable. You have a lot of spunk. Most mortals do. But I'm afraid your fate lies in death. I wish I could help you. You see that there are... Go ahead.
Speaking of death, what happened to the scions of Rowena and Hasara?
The scions of Rowena and Hasara were killed in the fight.
Well, shit.
Yeah, their bodies are beginning to bloat on top of this mountain. Near you are some human disciples of a god of which they have not shared their name, as well as some very angelic looking Asimar. And Gabbro looks to this lizard creature and says, "Why aren't you worried?" And this lizard creature says, "I am the deity of strategy and patience. My moment will come." And he kind of puts his head back down.
I think Polaris is like perks up a little at the mention of strategy. And she kind of casts her eyes over at him and says, "Strategy? And yet you say your strategy is just to sit and wait and die? It doesn't sound like much of a strategy to me."
I said death was your fate.
And it's not yours. Not even impermanent death.
Death might be the only way I have out of this.
Not if that creature observes your essence. That's oblivion, not death.
He nods.
And at some point, Driakmo makes a connection.
Gabriel, if you die, does that mean you can leave here without interference?
Gabriel looks at you, is like, did you mean to talk about that guy?
Pardon me, that guy.
And the lizard creature, again, wordlessly nods.
Would you like some help?
He looks at you and says, you could certainly try. And then looks over your shoulder and says, best wait yet. And the gray skinned creatures with the flaming hair grab some of these Azamar and begin moving them towards the altar. And one of them looks back to you, Driakmo, and says, you're right to keep faith. They have not crossed over. And she is led away. And I think, even though it's a bit early, I think this is a good place to take a break. Well, actually, I'll give you a little bit more. So the Azamar are led over, and the creature that you now know to be Boreal, the uncontained flame, sticks the tongs to its chest, and that familiar light flashes over, and he becomes incorporeal, flickering, and then keeps flickering. And he puts them down and says, those sneaky devils. He calls over the gray-skinned creatures, and they have a discussion too low for you to make out. They seem to be nodding, taking in his instructions. This creature flares brightly and aims his hands at the sky. And as he moves his hands, where this light has been shooting up, he rips open a maw. Reality rips apart, and the surface looks like a liquid metal of that strange bright white purple. He flickers more and disappears. The maw stays, and the gray-skinned creatures take up the tongs and, like nothing ever happened, press them to the chests of the next Azamar. And the lizard creature stands and says, it is time, and walks back and falls off the edge of the mountain. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Did he just yeet himself to death?
He just yeeted himself to death.
Yeah, I think
All
Daff
right.
is still kind of like, just untie the other thing.
Okay, so this is, we'll call it 5:50, back at 6 o'clock. Stick around. We got lots more Hearthward Bound. And let's get back into it. We left our animals that were taking a short rest. So go ahead and make your rolls to recover your HP. And then just give us a general update, because I know we've taken 2 short rests. So who has hit dice left to spend after this?
I have no
Not a
hit
lot.
dice.
Not a lot.
Not many, but
I am out.
I'm still at 52 hit points, so I'm not going to take any hit dice. I don't have any left anyway.
Yeah, I'm all out. I'm back up to 44.
Oh, Boise. This is not going well for me.
So as you finish your short rest, give me a perception sight check. Let me know if you get a 20 or above.
Oof.
I
still haven't gotten a yeet yet. I'm very sad.
Perception sight, believe it
Yeah.
or not, 21.
And Hoot?
14.
That is going to be 22.
So Hoot and Mangolin, you see like a speck. It's so far away, but you see a body falling off the edge of the mountain. Take from that what you will.
Yeah, I think you just. I think Hoot. No, you just hear.
This way. We should go this way.
And I will kind of try to gesture with my tongue.
Yeah, Hoot's in agreement.
Okay.
I'm sorry, gesture with your tongue. Can you describe that visual, please?
Look, a pangolin tongue is very, very, very thin and very long. Like,
Sorry, we'll do that. Well, it's Attenborough voice.
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on.
From the top.
From the top.
The pangolin tongue is very, very long and very, very narrow, allowing it to invade the ant nests of many of the veritable ant species of any given habitat coexisting with the pangolin. But they will not be coexisting for long, because as it turns out, having this sticky of a tongue is pretty much certain death for all ants.
Stop the show. I just want this.
Just to be clear,
Do me next.
this is the podcast I pitched, which was a fantasy version. That. It's Steve Irwin and fucking David Attenborough in a fantasy
my
world.
Oh, wait.
Welcome to Planet Jushara.
That's actually the yes.
The pygmy...
Me almost take my wine.
Hold on.
Off to a great second act, folks.
The pygmy owl can often kill
The knife cheese is back.
some prey. some prey much larger than itself. Oh, well done. Oh, that's taking it a bit step far, isn't it? Oh no.
You see like the camera starts to shake and then suddenly starts like it's running.
Excellent.
Speaking of running, do the rest of you follow Mangolin's tongue wagging into the direction to keep marching?
Yeah, Hoot will fly.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me your marching order as we do cue number 4.
You got it.
Would I naturally be ahead again? Because
I
my
think-
flight speed is 60 feet.
I think that sounds about right. Do we want to
Remind
keep
me-
the marching order you had again? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask it, is night fallen yet? Is it getting close to nightfall?
There is you took a long rest, so there's like it's
Wait, we took a long rest?
or sorry, short
short
rest. You took a
rest.
short rest. So like it's early evening, maybe an hour before sunset.
So
Gotcha.
does anybody not have dark vision?
Actually, I think all of you do. I looked this up
Yeah.
before the session.
Woo!
I know that the 3 of us. I don't know about Mango.
Yeah, to varying degrees. 30
I
feet
like-
dark vision I'm looking at.
I like how I waved my mouse on the screen and said the 3 of us, like that, like A, like you could see that, and B, like this wasn't a live stream.
Yeah, I have dark vision for 120 feet.
Oh my god.
I'm an owl!
So well I guess we'll keep the same marching order as before.
Unlimited
And
power.
we will make a survival check. Who will make the survival check with advantage because Mango is helping.
12.
Okay, this is slow going. I think with the
What animal was that?
you don't
Night
know.
noises.
You
night
don't
noises.
know.
Almost sounded like a very angry cow, to be honest. On this end.
Your imaginations run wild.
The North Jushara murder cow.
Sorry.
And I think how we'll play that is that it's starting to get a little spooky around here, and this is
I love
maybe making your steps a little more hesitant than
No,
they would.
This is my element. I am the spookiest thing in these forests. As these creatures will soon learn. They will respect and fear me. That is the internal monologue of this owl.
Oh, I was gonna say that was echoing through the woods. Okay.
Really, a whole group of animals is peak spook.
So, and I'm going to ask for something a little unorthodox, and I'm going to make Hopper do it as revenge. Could you roll me a D100?
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah, to be fair, that's revenge. I deserve this. It's okay.
But do we?
Love when the D100s come out most of the time.
Rolling my fancy new dice. I only roll as a player. That's an 88.
You go insane.
88. An 88. That's wonderful.
I
Is
don't
that-
like it. I don't like it as a player.
Is it
I don't
really?
like this.
After about 30 minutes of trudging through this area, you come across something that looks semi-open and has like some maybe a clearing roughly circular, about 30 feet wide or so. And Mangolin, you notice that the ground feels a little bit squishy. And actually, you need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, the lightning sands.
Okay. All right.
What about the ROUSs?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist. Okay. Oh no, you picked my worst saving throw.
I wish I played a squirrel now.
15?
15. You just barely avoid being restrained by what appears to be quicksand. And I need Hoot. Can you make me a perception check? This is sight.
Yes. I get advantage on those. Oh, it was a 12 and 11 on the dice, but that's 19 with a
You
modifier.
see two shapes kind of what's the word, slithering through this what appears to be quicksand. You all have the opportunity to take one round of actions before things happen.
Here's what I want to do. Or unless you would like me to wait, because I just...
No, you're doing it. You're doing it.
Because we did a short rest. I get my frightening roar back.
Oh shit.
Yay.
Oh shit.
I'm flying. I see this, and I'm just like, absolutely not. We've already taken down the snakes, and they shall hear our victory cry. And I just go, woo-hoo!
Hold on. I didn't write down this stat. This is what kind of a save?
It is an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. What's the DC?
It is 18.
These two shapes seem to disappear from the
Goodbye!
surface of this.
Maybe we should retcon that internal monologue that happened. She's like, yes, all according to plan. I am the mightiest creature.
And the surface of this quicksand is now still, save a couple little bloops and blips of bubbles rising up. Mangolin, you have the opportunity to move. You found yourself, you're about 10 feet into this quicksand. It is difficult terrain. You can make it back to safety with a strength saving check.
So I have a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Are there any kind of like overhead vines or trees?
Not overhead, but there are some like branches and logs kind of jutting out from here. So I'd say the nearest one to you is actually further in a little bit.
I would like to see if I can shoot out my tongue and use it to hoist myself up. Is that a possibility?
I like that. I like that. Now it will be putting you further into the middle of this like quicksand patch.
Okay.
The clearest path to retreat is just retracing your steps.
Okay, I will do the safe thing then in that case.
Okay. So you're moving half speed and make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. So I believe that's a 12.
With a 12, you were able to just get to the edge of this thing, and I'm imagining maybe Aletheia and Flake are kind of pulling you back up out of there. And that was a close one. You were able to see the edges of this thing and assess that if you were to go around it, you could avoid it no problem.
Okay. It's supposed to go this way. Because otherwise it's bad times.
All right. You continue. I assume you continue on?
Yes.
Okay. And you make it through another hour. The sun has officially gone down. You hear the sounds of the jungle change a bit, some insects chirping, different bird song, the flutter of some flying creatures. And you find yourself at the edge of the mountain, and you see two paths before you. One leading down and maybe about 150 feet away into kind of like a triangular opening in the rock. The other path you see takes a long circuitous route along the edge of the mountain and heads up. And Mangolin, I need you to make a perception check. This is not sight or smell.
Okay, let me go ahead and give that a shot. 15.
15. You hear a little bit of a rumbling underneath you, and you direct the group's attention down the path that leads down into the cave, and you see burrowing up, straight up lifted from Cora, a badger mole. This thing is
Big bad badger
gigantic, and puts its head up and looks at you.
Hi.
Cocks its head, climbs out of the hole, and lumbers into the cave. You can make a animal handling or insight check. I'm gonna say just Mangolin.
Okay, let me give that one shot. I think that's 13.
With a 13, this thing is not hostile to you.
And I think I look back at everybody and I just say,
Oh, come on. I think I made a new friend.
Yes, and if you did not, we can always kill it.
We don't kill friends.
Is it a friend though? Is it a friend?
Does not
We
have
don't know.
many friends. Hoot has food and enemies.
I'm gonna just break apart by the end of this show.
That was my goal with this character voice.
Friends are
Mangolin-
friends, not food. At least that's what Fia always says.
Sounds fake, but okay.
And the
Hey, Coots!
the Jushara
Sounds like
cow
fake Coots.
makes more noise. So Mangolin, you want to lead your crew into this cave and follow the badger mole?
Yeah, absolutely. I will kind of try to gesture forward.
Yeah, who will follow?
I mean, it looks like it's going. I mean, if not straight underground, no place to fly.
No,
How does that? I mean,
I
Seems
am
legit.
insulted. I am betrayed.
And at which point,
Hoot. Don't you think you are a terror of the skies and of the land? But don't you want to be a terror of the underground as well?
Hoot had not thought of it like that before. Yes.
But guys, it's
I-
so dirty.
I could be the first owl to be the terror of all of the elements. Hoot likes this. Hoot will tolerate the underground. For now, she raises one hand.
Legends have spoken of the murder bender.
how do Flake?
You're killing me.
How do Flake and Aletheia react to this decision to go underground?
Seems legit.
It's very dirty though. My poor fur has already had to undergo so much rainwater and mud and more mud. I can barely keep myself clean like this. And then she like just takes a moment and starts licking her paw.
Well, you
Okay.
can stay out in the rain, or you can go underground and we can get eaten in there, or we can get eaten out here.
A very dramatic clap of thunder.
Flakes is gonna
Because
wave
we
one
must.
little paw in the air.
I am very good at shimmying.
All right. While this conversation has taken place, the badger mole has disappeared from sight, but the path that he seems to be leading you to is clear. You make your way down into this cave, and as your eyes adjust, you see that a portion of it appears to be very natural and cave-like, but off to your left, a set of stone stairs that hugs the wall and goes to an area that you cannot see. What do you do?
It's a fake hill.
Oh, thank God, stairs.
What's a stair?
It's that. She points a claw towards the staircase.
You mean
I
a
like
fake?
hop over to it.
It's a fake hill.
No, it's an artificially created way to climb up and escalate terrain.
What is artificial?
It means created by the companion types because they engineer things, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
Engineer.
Engineer.
Yeah.
Near.
It means build stuff. I
Oh.
learned that word from a book.
Oh.
That seems like a lot of words for fake hill.
It's more of a tool to help you ascend a hill.
Send.
Why would you need help ascending a hill?
Because some of the companions struggle to use their own appendages to
They
get
cannot-
up,
They cannot fly like I can.
and they do not have claws to give them traction.
You use a lot of words that don't mean anything.
They mean things. They just mean
I
things.
don't understand them, therefore they don't mean anything.
Well,
And
maybe if you wanted to learn some words, I would be happy to teach you so that you could be not only the terror of the sky or whatever, but also the terror of people's minds and words and learning.
Will that help me kill them faster?
Oftentimes, yes.
I'm just so sad for people because they do not have claws to guard things with, or tongues to eat ants.
They have stubby little...
Mango, you are too pure for this party. Can we go up these stairs?
You absolutely can. Hoot, the ceiling here is maybe about 10 feet tall, and I think it's feeling a bit claustrophobic for you.
Well, my walking speed is like 10 feet. So I'm just gonna hike up one stair at a time.
You can ride.
I flap up just slightly onto Mango. Away.
All right.
Charge.
All
Carry
right.
me to victory.
You begin ascending this staircase, and it kind of curves. So it has narrow walls, and it curves up for a bit, and seems to spiral. And after a minute or so of climbing, the walls kind of break away, and you see this vast expanse, very much like Mines of Moria, with just little land bridges and big bits of stone, just huge cavernous space. And your dark vision, as much as it is, you can't see to the end of this cave system. It fades into black. You may keep climbing this staircase. It seems to keep hugging the wall. And I want you to make all of you to make me a perception check. Let me know if you get 15 or higher.
Seeing or hearing.
Sight.
Yeet!
Natural 20
Okay.
Yes! A yeet is a natural 20 on my stupid dice.
or
hey,
a 27.
20 non-natural.
Oh, wonderful. All of you notice that the walls begin to be not natural stone at some point. They are covered in these pictoglyphs. And I think I'll have another one in a second. In addition to these pictoglyphs, you also see that there are these ovoid depressions in the wall, not quite honeycombing it, but in very regular intervals, and you can see them kind of above you and below you as these stairs are kind of dropping off on one end with the wall on the other end and continuing to go up. These pictoglyphs, give me a wisdom save to understand what these things are.
A wisdom save?
Or sorry, wisdom roll, just a wisdom roll.
Reading, my time has come.
Nothing for me. 9 or
11.
7.
Okay.
15.
8.
All right. I think those of you who did not roll a 15, you definitely see something that looks like an egg hatching. This is clear to you. You also, Aletheia, you see things that you identify easily as hammers, anvils, lots of forgery imagery, as well as eggs, birth, but also explosion. And you continue on, and after about maybe another hour or so of climbing this staircase that hugs the wall and spirals around, you come across an area where the stairs end, and it opens up into a large open space. You can see that there are depressions in the floor, rivulets leading to a central area, and roll me a perception check. This is sight and sound.
All of us?
All of us.
First,
26.
finally, first
Nat
natural 20. Yeah.
Oh, wow, guys.
Nice.
There
15.
is movement, and at the edge, Hoot, you can see this clearly. At the edge of everyone else's dark vision, you can see one of the gray-skinned creatures from the moment of attack with the hair of flame, and it's running, and it's carrying something in its hands. Its arms are full, and you hear boom, boom, boom behind it. And then Hoot, you see this again before everyone else. Some gigantic human-shaped creature seemingly chasing after this gray-skinned creature. The gray-skinned creature is going to roll to see if he sees you. He looks over at you, kind of cocks his head, and his hair flickers for a bit, and then he corkscrews and disappears into the earth. And boom, this golem walks forward and has lost its prey, but now sees all of you. And
Oh,
you should
dear.
roll initiative.
Ah.
Uh,
13 for Mangolin.
Okay.
5.
5.
19.
19.
17.
17 for Hoot. And oh yeah, I need to roll. Okay. Flake 19, Hoot 17, Mango 13. So, Hoot, this golem seems to be very frustrated and looks to you and has identified you as an enemy and as a target. What do you do?
Hoot's definitely not smart enough to go for diplomacy and is just gonna attack!
Okay.
Yes! Do I have enough room to fly?
Yeah, this is opened up into a huge cavernous area.
Great. Gonna dive bomb.
What's below us?
Ooh.
Below you, so it's kind of the stairway has entered into kind of like a narrowish stone bridge, but then it goes up before you. There is a sheer drop off, and you can't see what is beyond that.
That is an 18.
An 18 hits.
Okay. 8 points of damage.
You scratch and scrape at stone, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh no!
Ooh.
This has never happened before.
I'm sorry. Flake should have gone first, but we'll take it as writ. Flake, it's
Not
your
worried
turn.
about it. I would have delayed my action anyways. Flake is still holding this. The new head in his mouth is going to, seeing that this thing is hostile, seeing that Hoot's attacking, is going to scuttle, scamper, skip into whatever space is not near this fucking giant fuck off thing, and is going to try to go around it if possible.
Sure. So imagine a giant hexagon, and this thing's kind of in the middle of it, and the stone bridge towards it is on like the southern tip of it.
Got you. Yeah, I definitely not looking to engage. This seems like a terrible life choice. Flake's from the mountains. Like, you don't fight an avalanche. You don't fight a rock slide. And is just gonna like kind of. Can I hide? Can I stealth?
You can certainly try.
I'm not smart enough not to. So Flake is gonna try to stealth and scuttle.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking good. It's a 26.
26. Okay. Go
I have
ahead.
a +8.
Go ahead, Mango.
Mangolin just saw something that attacked his dad, and also saw it disappear into the earth. About how far in front of me?
Oh, this would be about 60 feet or so.
Okay. Mangolin, and how far is the golem from me?
Also about 60 feet now.
Okay. Mangolin is going to do the emotional thing, and I am going to hop down to the ground to where the golem is, and I am going to burrow and begin heading under the earth towards where I saw the thing disappear.
This is solid stone.
Oh no!
I have made a miscalculation.
I think at that point then, I think what's going to happen is Mango is going to step forward and probably draw this thing's attention, and is going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
And I will skitter bonus action dash 40 feet.
Great. Okay. This creature definitely you have its attention, and it's going to make 2 attacks.
Okay, both at disadvantage. Yeah.
Unfortunately, a dirty 20
Damn.
will hit,
Okay.
and the second attack does a 17 hit.
17 does not hit. The dirty 20 hits.
So, you take 12 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, I'm pretty decent at those. Oh no, I'm rolling crap. 11.
Your HP, max HP is reduced by 12, the damage you just took.
Oh, okay.
This thing looks mindless, but it also looks pissed. Aletheia.
Okay, how tall is this thing?
It's 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, may I try to climb it and then persuade it to stop attacking us with my cuteness?
I'll say you just managed to get there with a dash, and climb up there. And yeah, how are you? You're just talking to it?
Yeah, I think I'll try to like go for its hands, like eye level, so it can see me.
Okay.
And then I would like to start purring profusely, and like, you know, big cat eyes, and like looking really, really like forlorn and bedraggled. I'm going, please, Mr. Rockman, we all want to find our druids, and it would be great if you didn't attack us. Please.
If this creature's stat block could, it would say condition immunity cute.
Oh no.
And it is now Flake properly at the top of the turn. Flake, I will allow you to roll me an Arcana check or a Wisdom roll, whichever you'd like.
I'm muted. I'll take that wisdom roll. Thank you. That's a 16.
16. You find yourself drawn towards Mangolin.
Why?
What do you remember from the moment you woke up after you crash landed in the woods?
Lots of stuff. Like the moment I woke up.
Yeah. What do you remember about the interactions you had with your companions?
They're pretty nice.
This feeling, you just feel like magnetism. You feel drawn to Mangolin.
All right. So where is Mangolin in relation to the Golem for my edification?
Straight up at its feet. Probably, I'm going to say 30 feet away from you.
All right. So running from the side, I guess, Flake is going to attempt to be very fat and unhelpful. And I use that very specifically because that's the only way I can think to try to trip a golem is Flake is going to run and try to just trip this giant rock monster.
So just like fling yourself at its legs?
Yes.
Okay.
As close as possible to Mangolin. I think like this is like a protective, like...
How close?
Right up on him.
Touch
He's
him?
right at his feet, right? Yeah, probably.
You get up to Mangolin and you brush up against him, and this explosion of light that kind of like a strobe in this dark cavern, and this outline of a shape much larger than you, and also same for Mangolin, much larger, appears, and I need both of you to make wisdom rolls for me.
Okay.
I dropped my snake head.
Natural 20.
Okay.
That'll be an 8 for me.
Mangolin, you feel something that you can harness, that you can grab onto. Do you reach out and grab it?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding?
You now become a primal beast, glowing white, with the following benefits. Your HP is 125%. So whatever your take the reduction that you're currently at, but just times 1.25. And you have a plus 1d4 attack bonus, and your attacks are magical. What do you look like as a primal beast of the earth?
As a primal beast of the earth, I think that Mangolin is... I think that you begin seeing the topographical runes and shapes that Driachmo has all over his skin begin kind of almost appearing in these spiny plates of Mangolin as he grows a little bit larger in that kind of
you're
light
about
form.
the size of a small car right now.
What? Okay. Yeah, at which point you just say... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to modulate this voice.
This is the best thing ever!
Exactly. It's more like, what was it? I feel like I can eat all of the ants.
That's spectacular.
Driachmo at this moment knows that Mangolin is alive and feels heartened. And the runes on his skin, did they just glow? No, they didn't. Did they? So that is Flake's turn. Hoot.
Do I get to trip him though?
Oh, you can. I mean,
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying. Do I get to try?
You get to try. Roll a nat 20. Roll a nat 20.
How about a 3? Would you accept a 3?
I will take it and tell you no. So Hoot, it is your turn. You see this. You
Yeah, I was
see
about to
now
ask.
this and so this primal beast, does it still look like a pangolin?
Oh, absolutely. It looks like
Okay.
a pangolin. Just like, yeah, I think the eyes are just bigger and it's spinier. It's just like, it's even more spiny.
And it's like this is
You're a sand slash versus a sand shrew.
yeah, and every
Pokemon evolution.
like you're outlined in 30-point bold white outline. Everything is just glowing white. And Hoot, you see this, and it's your turn.
Would I be able to figure out how that happened?
You can roll me an Arcana check or a Wisdom roll.
I'm gonna do wisdom. Oh, I think I shall with an 18.
You feel like if you went to Aletheia right now, you could trigger something similar.
I think Hoot sort of does a full 180 from her last attack and speeds over.
That same bright flash, the outlines of much larger creatures, and both of you can roll me a what did I have you roll last time? Was it Wisdom and Arcana to hold on to it, or was it just Wisdom?
It was we've all been taking wisdom.
Yeah. So yeah, roll. Just make a straight Wisdom roll to see if you
Okay.
can latch onto this.
Another 17.
You do, Aletheia.
13.
You latch onto this as well. I need Hoot, and we'll get to you, Aletheia, in a minute. Hoot, what does a primal beast of the air look like?
Oh shit! I think in this light that happens, there's this massive silver owl that is in place of the teeny tiny tawny Hoot, with large golden eyes and like a wingspan that is almost looking a little bit, I would say, even like cramped in this space, and there's just gust of wind that rushes towards like down the hall.
You have plus 25% HP.
Oh my god.
And you have a plus 4 to AC, and your attacks are magical.
You boysy. Okay, I have to do math now, guys.
It is now Mango's turn.
Mango is going to just launch himself at the golem, as if to try to knock it onto the spot where it saw the thing disappear into the earth.
Sure.
I don't even know if that. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna make an attack. Let's see. All right. So 11 on the die, 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So that is 11 points of magical damage.
Oh yeah, and it slashes deep through the rock of this golem, and it makes a unworldly sound. Okay, it is the golem's turn, and it is dealing with a car-sized pangolin at its feet. And an owl. No, it's the pangolin just attacked, so it's going to make 2 slam attacks at you. 15.
With a plus 4 to my AC, it is now 22.
No, that's actually only for the beast of the air.
Okay, so 18.
18. So it slams the ground, and the ground shakes. Flake, make me a strength saving throw to keep your feet.
And remind me, Bill, is it 1d4 to
Just
to
all
take?
to your damage.
Awesome.
Just your damage.
Oh,
Flake, do you keep your feet?
Okay.
Do I?
Yeah, the slam attack went down and shook the ground.
I'm I have a very low center of gravity. It comes with all the flubber.
So you what'd you roll?
I didn't roll.
Oh, strength. Oh, you're just trying to convince me. I get it.
I was busy. Is it a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Okay, so I have a +0 to strength, but that is a 17.
Oh yeah. Stay on your feet, and likewise, this truck of a pangolin is not affected by these slam attacks at all. Next up, it is Aletheia. You have held on to this magical form. What does your primal beast of the earth look like?
So this beast looks like a giant saber-toothed tiger.
Oh yeah.
With like deep fangs, like the floof that normally Aletheia has just like doubles in size, and it gets very glossy and shiny, like the pelt of a much larger cat. Much bigger glowing eyes that are just light blue, like the shade of ice. And if you look very closely at the spine of this creature, it looks like a constellation, much like the handle of the Big Dipper.
Amazing. Go ahead and take your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess as I am clinging on to this golem.
I'll say now that you have like
Do I dwarf it now? Is that
no?
like...
You're like a child hanging on the back of their parent. But I'm gonna say that you have the opportunity to try and drag this thing down because you're already at like its shoulder level.
Yeah, I would like to try and do that.
Yeah,
what
go ahead.
What kind of check do you need?
Let's see. You tell me what check you'd like to make.
I guess it's kind of acrobatics-y. Yeah.
Sure, I like that.
Okay.
And I'll roll a strength check to resist it.
Yes, that is a 19.
Unfortunately, this thing keeps its feet, but I'll let you roll some damage.
Cool.
Judo.
Doop. Damage. That is 7.
All right, 7 magical damage, breaking stone away from this thing. Back to Flake. All of your buddies are big and white.
Well, this is a bit bullshit. Flake is going to check his intelligence and wisdom stats. Shockingly smart for a fat little raccoon, and really wise. So I felt that before. I wasn't able to hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that enough to parse what was going on, especially now since all of my friends are big?
Yeah. What are you feeling right now?
A little bit left out, to be honest. But also like squishy.
We cut to Feta. Feta gets this feeling of like parental concern, which makes her think of Flake. And she finds herself being able to send out an emotion into the universe. What is this emotion?
You're doing, you little shit.
And with this encouragement,
That's like the pet, like whenever a pet owner's like, what do you have?
What's in your mouth?
What do you have?
What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth?
and without touching any of your companions, you receive this energy and explode out in a flash of light into a primal beast of the earth. What does your primal beast of the earth look like?
Ooh, a bit stony. I think, you see, I think if you see Flake just get larger and larger and larger, and probably the fur seems to get more and more crystalline. So it's almost like every single hair is kind of has like this kind of like seems to just soak in this light and reflect it back out. And the black patches kind of get a little bit almost like this glistening obsidian sheen to them, and like kind of cracking crust, like a cracking encrusted obsidian bandit patch and stripes, and the snoot glows with an inner fire, and you just I would say, like, honestly, it looks a little bit molten and crystalline.
Super dope.
Yeah.
I'll let you take because part of your turn was channeling into this form, and I'll let you take one of your 2 attacks against this golem.
I'm gonna throw the snake head at it
Okay,
because reasons.
because you built that character, and I'm not here to tell you if that's a good idea or not.
I'm allowed to make bad life choices too. I don't get to play, guys. This is the only time I get to play.
Roll.
Oh my god, that's a nat 20 on something that's gonna do no damage.
Crit your snakehead.
Beautiful.
So it deals 1d4. Additionally, so throw anything. You do not have disadvantage on ranged weapon attacks you make with improvised weapons. Additionally, improvised weapons you throw deal 1d4 bonus damage of the appropriate type. So that is 1 plus 1d4. That is 4. 4 points of snakehead damage.
I'm just seeing this from the golem's perspective. Like, just all of a sudden, this like snake hit comes flying in its face.
Pink.
It's probably a little bit more like splat, and then.
I am going to make a DM ruling that even though this did not do any magical damage, you've wounded its pride. And it
Psychic
did 2 points of psychic damage.
This tracks.
Hoot, it is now your turn. God help us all.
Yeah, there is this massive, instead of the usual slightly adorable, though she would never say that, Hoot, there is a screech, and she flaps her wings, and there's this blast of air as she like ascends into this cavernous hall, and the talons that are usually so teeny tiny are just dreadful looking. And like they are full blown out as she just like uses all of her force to just blast herself forward and rake them down the stone against this creature.
Okay.
I don't have a plus to my attacks.
You don't have a plus to your attack. You don't have a plus to damage. You have a plus to your AC.
That's right. I just want to make sure I have that correct. Natural 20.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Let's do it.
That's a natty 20. All right. I'm going to need 4 d8s for this one.
God. Oh, it's so satisfying.
Yes. I love when I crit when I attack.
This stream is not safe for work.
That's, oh boy. Please give me a second. I'm breaking out a calculator. I went into writing so I would never have to deal with this. And yet I decided that I love D&D and am a fucking idiot when it comes to, oh my fucking god.
Let's hear it for those shiny math rocks, everyone.
25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. This stone crumbles from around its face. Where it had a facsimile of a face, its mouth is gone. And whatever magic is giving this life, it is flaring up in response to this, and it is now berserking.
Oh no!
It is taking attacks between all of your turns.
Oh my god!
So this one goes to Hoot. Does a where'd it go? Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, this attack. Oh no, and that's it. That's the one attack. So now it is Mango's turn.
Mangolin is going to once again just bring down the claws and try to drag it on top of the earth where it saw the thing disappear.
So you're trying to maneuver it, or are you trying to trip it, or what?
Yeah, I will try to trip it. I will try to knock it down.
Okay, cool.
Should I roll anything special for that, or?
No, just roll a regular attack.
Okay.
And we'll try to resist it. If he resists, you'll just do damage.
Okay. That is 18 to hit.
This thing, you lifted up one of its legs and it kind of teeters and then hits the ground. I think, Aletheia, I'm going to let you roll a dexterity save to not be crushed and instead be right on top of it, ready to attack.
So I also have a trait, which is land on feet. I have resistance to any damage caused by falling.
but this is
Crushed. Okay.
I do love the rules of the argument. It is damage caused by falling.
It is, even though it's,
Therefore-
it is falling.
Therefore, by transitive property.
It should apply, yes.
Somewhere Jeremy Crawford just had a fucking like a vein pulse in his temple and he doesn't know why.
Dex save. That is gonna do it. So that's math 24.
Oh yeah, you are perched right on this thing's chest, and Mango, roll your damage.
Okay, add the D4 this time. It gets not much. It gets 9 points of magical damage.
Oh, not much, just 9.
Just 9.
All right, and this thing is flailing around. I think it's going to flail out of the nearest target, which happens to be Aletheia. Does a 20 hit you?
Probably, although remind me what the armor class bump for Beast of the Earth is.
Armor class bump only came for the flying creatures.
I
Beast
am
of
the
the Earth
only
got...
creature of the air.
Gotcha.
You take 14
Oof.
bludgeoning damage, and your max HP is reduced.
Okay.
Well, no, you get to roll Constitution save before your max
Okay.
HP is reduced.
Yeah. That's 21.
Yeah, you do not take the HP.
That's
debuff.
good, because that's half my HP. Wait, does our HP go up as a
Your
primeval?
HP went up by 25%. So
Oh,
take
that's
your ma-
good. Cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say otherwise half of my HP is gone.
All right, and it is now Aletheia's turn.
For the moment, I'm gonna run, just out of range of the beast, just
Okay.
to regroup. So use my full action, full movement.
So what does this saber-tooth glowing thing look like, and where does it take shelter?
So yeah, you basically see just like a streak of what looks like starlight as like the saber-toothed tiger form of Aletheia bounds to like the other corner of the cave, close to where this like unknown abyss is, and like I imagine there's like some boulders and like kind of craggy fallen rocks, and I think Aletheia will for the moment shelter behind them.
Okay. The golem is berserking. It attacks the nearest creature to it. Hoot, you're doing kind of like a flyby thing, right?
Yeah, like
So
my
I've
traditional
got-
attack.
Yeah, I think this is going to Mango. Does a dirty 20?
It does hit,
It do.
and I'll make my con save.
13 damage and make your con save.
My con save is 22.
You do it. So just the 13 damage.
Okay, cool.
And now it is Flake's turn.
Well then, I am large, I am round, and I am ready for murder. Yes. All right. So Flake is going to pounce. Fuck this guy.
I'm here for that energy. What do you dice?
I guess I could just bonus action rage. Basically, it's not rage, but
It's rage.
I checked and there's
Rabies.
like no
Bonus action rabies.
bonus action rabies. All right, that's good because that saved my bacon. That went from that would have been a 3, so that's a 19.
19 hits.
What bonus do I get to hit?
You get plus 1d4 to damage.
Oh, to damage. All right, dope. Yeah.
You muted yourself.
You guys missed me going.
and to be fair, we did miss it. I'm glad that we heard that.
Yeah. So that's 13 plus 8, 21 plus 1d4
Plus 1d4.
plus 4. What did I just say? 21. 25.
Nice.
This thing is missing so many important parts of itself. You're wondering how it's still animated, but it is still animated.
We've had one attack, but what about second attack?
What about second attack? Yeah. Take your second attack.
11 cease and rage.
I'm
cease.
rolling 2 stone dice right now, which makes me feel
Nice.
very good about myself. That is an 18 plus, or that is, well, it was a 5 on the dice, and then the other dice hit that, so it was a 5. Now there's an 18.
Okay, that hits.
on the second phase. Anyways, I don't know why I explained that. 2 and 3, and so that's 13 plus 1, 14.
It breaks apart like a stale gingerbread man. Whatever energy was animating it, the lights go out from behind its eyes, and combat is over. I need all of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Okay.
Can do.
Okay. Let me double check.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. I'll take a picture for a 24.
15.
Okay.
21.
21. Crit
fail.
and oof.
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 Actually, this is with the other dice, so it's just a very shiny malachite.
Ooh, I like those.
So
dice.
those of you
Yeah.
that got 20 or higher, this primal beast form ends a bit abruptly, but you're none the worse for wear.
Oof.
Those of you that did not roll high enough, you now take 1 level of exhaustion.
Damn it. I knew it.
no.
Mm.
Was I the only one that saved?
Yeah.
I did. Because, yeah, 21.
Everyone except Flake.
This is a bit of a problem. Whatever.
You notice that now that you're out of these primal beast forms, you are at full HP.
What?
Nice.
And yeah,
Does that include me?
It does, but you do have the 1 level of exhaustion. And yeah, you find yourself taking a breath and looking at the body of this golem.
Hoot
Now
believes that she is not out of the primal beast form. Because in Hoot's eyes, that's always what she looks like.
Yeah, Hoot saw everybody else revert,
Yeah.
and
But,
it's like,
I
oh
mean,
wow.
that's just how she is. And I think that wisdom saving throw was just to make sure that that illusion was not shattered.
Headcanon accepted. You can see now, kind of panting, breathing heavily in the aftermath of this fight. You can see a little bit more detail about this area. In the center, kind of buried under the rubble, is what Aletheia would know to be an anvil, and at the edges of this kind of hexagonal dais are tables and shelves hewn from stone, and they look like they had been recently disturbed. Outlines of dust where items had been sitting for quite a long time. You also see, past beyond this hexagonal area, you see what looks to be a giant spoked wheel sitting on its side. You'd have to get much closer to see what that was about.
I will say that Mangolin is still kind of bent on where this thing fell and is trying to root at the earth even though it's stone.
Yeah, you can't make purchase on this stone. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay, disadvantage. Ah! Okay, hold on.
You're not at disadvantage, right? Oh no, you did roll a 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 and a 6. I see nothing. So 4. Yeah.
This thing burrowed through Earth. Why can't you burrow through Earth? Doesn't make sense.
It does not seem fair with these claws.
Can I question? So, back in the original hall where everyone was talking about the orcs, there was a name given for a forge, and Aletheia was paying attention during those conversations. What is the chance that she would put together those 2 bits of information?
I mean, I'll give you that. You know that the name of this mountain is Baki, and I'll let you roll me a nature check.
Yeah, will do.
The gang creates orcs.
14.
14. You know that this is this area you're in is a cavity that has been dug out and built in what is now a dormant volcano.
Guys, this is a forge. there's an anvil here, and or
But
in a
you see-
volcano.
And Vito?
It's that big. It takes so long to explain. It's that big lump of rock over there, and it's used to make things.
Hoot lands on top of it. This one?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of covered. Like the golem kind of fell right on top of it. So
Whatever is on top. She's just landing
yeah.
on top of the general
Mhm.
thing. I mean, also she doesn't know what an anvil is.
What's a volcano?
It's this mountain. They were talking about it at the big seminar before everything blew up.
The big seminar.
You just
knows
said a bunch
very
of words
random,
that Hoot's like,
strange words.
Yeah, I think at the word seminar, you just see Mango just kind of like look back for a moment and then go rooting back through the earth.
I think the more that her friends don't understand her, like the more irritated you can see she gets, and her fur just like puffs up. Like,
Eventually,
the more
You're-
she has to explain.
Professor Cat.
just
How
gonna
dare
turn
you?
into a full Persian, like
Yeah.
the level of poof and like.
Pretty much. Okay, look. So this little lump of rock, that is used to make things. It's how they do that. The companions.
Can I make bigger claws? I think I need bigger claws. I had bigger claws.
Buddy.
Bless you, Megan. Oh no.
Will it help us save other people?
Maybe. We might have to look around first.
Turn it
though.
on, turn it on, turn it on. She's just bouncing up and down on the thing.
anyone here can make a perception check. I'm going to say because of your extra dark vision, Hoot, you can make it with advantage.
I always
shit.
make it with advantage.
Well, fine.
unless it's like
this
if
is
it's
sight.
if it's not really sight or hearing.
Another one. Oh
This
boy.
runs all day, baby.
I swear to God, it's another natural 20. I swear to God.
Okay.
And I feel Talus and Jaffe in this in this game tonight.
Aletheia and Mango.
I got a natural 20 and a 9, so no.
That's right. I'm rolling with disadvantage.
It's
Hold
a
on. Let me see if I can
27, by
get.
the way. The
I
total.
just want. Okay, I shit you not. I just rolled with my disadvantage dice just to see, and it was a nat 20. So go fuck me, right? it was a fucking yeet. It was a yeet.
Just so you know, all of those natural 20s have been on this one white dice.
So I'm gonna need you to get rid of that.
No. Goodbye.
Aletheia, what did you roll?
That was a 14.
Okay. Hoot, you see behind you where you came from. It's actually quite hard to like see this, but since you just fought this creature, you see the outline of another tall golem figure. It's not moving, but you see it's there as if it were waiting. Aletheia, you're drawn to the far edge of this platform, that spoked wheel that seemed to have a big thick rope wrapped around it.
There is another one. There is another one of these stone creatures. It waits.
Hoot, you look around and you see again, like farther on past this little spoked wheel thing, you see the depression in the wall where this thing came out, and another depression, and another depression, and another depression, and you see empty slots
Oh, this forge is for golems.
where perhaps not the product of the forge, but at least the guardians of the forge have been activated before.
Oh, there's a lot of them. We are
So the
in a
only one
nest
that
of
you
stone
see-
creatures.
The only one that you see is actually the direction that you came from, and it doesn't seem to be activated yet.
I don't know if Hoot is smart enough to understand that the depressions without somebody in them doesn't mean that they won't come back.
Mm.
So I think she would still be just like, this is a nest of stone creatures. Yes, perhaps we should not stay too long here.
Can Aletheia investigate the wheel?
Yeah, you can investigate the wheel. It's a little bit further beyond the hexagonal dais.
Can Flake assist with this?
Yeah, you both walk over there across another kind of like stone bridge.
Yes, you have the.
I have thumbs.
And you see this giant wheel. It's easily 6 feet in diameter, and the rope has got to be 2 inches thick. And the rope is coiled tightly around it, and it goes up, up, up into the darkness beyond where your dark vision can see. And next to it, hanging, is attached to another piece of rope, is what looks like a block of stone or a block of metal about 6 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches, so like thin, and it's kind of dangling in the air.
Engineering. Wow.
Is that what dungeoneering?
Not quite. It's how the animal companions make stuff. It's like building.
What about engine firing? Does that have anything to do with this?
It's a nice word, but I don't think it means anything.
I don't think engineering means anything either.
It does, I promise you. It means building
I haven't seen
stuff.
it. I don't see it. Where?
Well, in a book. If I had my
I
book,
don't know.
I
It
would
is
show you.
bookies.
Book.
What is a book?
With her paws, she
Who is
like
book?
makes an opening, closing motion, like
I don't-
book.
Here she goes like this with her wings.
Oh my God, you're all illiterate. Okay, well,
I love this.
What's illiterate?
This is my
it
new
means you
favorite pastime.
can't read. I can read. I learned it, and it's such a great skill. Reading, it broadens your mind.
It's not like hunting though.
I think
Just as useful.
I
It
think
can be.
I think you just see Mango's tiny head appear from behind you, Aletheia, and you just hear,
If I read things, could I get more ants?
Yes, there are probably books about ants
Will you,
and the hunting them.
will you teach me to read?
Yes, absolutely.
Just imagining if we put like an iPad with that ant game in front of Mangolin. Like,
Oh
he would
my
just be like,
God.
oh, I can no, it's not real.
Oh no. Oh, this one is not real either. Oh.
gonna die.
Oh my God. Well,
Sweet angel, baby.
Books have betrayed me.
can Flake turn the wheel? I think
Give it a shot.
Flake definitely lost interest in this conversation somewhere around like reading.
Illiterate.
He's got thumbs, and that thing looks like it's meant to be thumbed.
Sure.
Oh my God.
So
I don't know what you want me to roll, but it's great.
Okay, so I'll be a kind DM and say that this was your intelligence roll to see which way you're going to try and turn it.
Okay, that's good because I'm real bad at that. So that's a
what's-
19.
19. Okay. So you begin turning it counterclockwise, but you still need. That's the direction you're facing. I still need a strength check.
Can I argue that my weight was assisting in this? He's a real fat boy. He's
Yeah.
like 40 pounds of flubber.
Yeah. So roll with advantage, which will cancel out your.
Don't need that. I will take a picture if you do not believe
Sure.
me. That is a nat 20.
I'm
gonna roll again. I'm gonna roll to see if
like Steve Rogers in Age of Ultron almost getting Mjolnir up at that party. You get the sense that this could move, but you alone could not do it.
So you guys literally see Flake hanging, like just.
So this is on the ground. So this is all like.
This is on the ground.
So you're pushing.
Oh, I think Hoot seeing that is just like, oh yeah. Just because she wants to see what happens, and I will help you. Except my modifier is a -4.
Every little bit helps.
I just stand on top of like the wheel spoke.
And
I'm
offer
helping.
encouraging.
I think what registers on Alethia's face is just stone cold shock. Like, the raccoon did it. The raccoon figured it out.
Stop
How did this
sitting around
happen?
there and thinking about engine imagining and help me push.
Fine. And she huffily stalks over to help, but also has a -3 modifier on.
So Aletheia and Mangolin and Flake and even Hoot are attempting to push this thing. I will let one of you give Flake the help action, which will eliminate his disadvantage for being exhausted, and then I will let the other two of you roll. Tell you what, I'll let you add your strength saving throw bonus to
It's
Flake.
not great.
So Hoot,
Yep.
Hoot is giving the help action. Aletheia and Mango are adding their saving
lets
throw
me-
bonuses
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Flake.
I'm standing on top of the
Okay.
wheel, just screeching encouragement. Push it!
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
this!
Bop it, twist it.
My strength saving throw is a +3, so have fun with that.
I command you.
As is mine, so I had 10.
So that's a +6 to whatever Flake rolls.
Okay, so now I get to roll
With your strength check +6, straight up because you're
my
exhausted.
strength check.
Yeah.
That's Oh, okay. That's not ideal. That's a 9.
Yes,
That's
amazing.
a 9.
Wait, +6?
Ah!
Oh no, without the +6. No, that's
Okay,
it's a
so-
12 minus 3, so a 9, +6, which is 15.
Okay.
Nice.
With the 15, it starts moving with all of your combined effort, and you see that the metal that was hanging from the rope slowly begins to move up.
We've done something.
And I think what I'll do here is this is going to take a while, and we'll see how long it takes. So this is, you entered the cave system right as night fell, and you were exploring for about 2 hours. So I'm going to say we'll do just give me some straight D20 rolls, and we're going to take the average.
Okay. 15 for me.
9.
Also a 15.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, that's a 13.25 average. So we're going to say that over the next 2 hours, with concerted effort, pushing this thing, you start to see. Hoot is the first to see this, a descending gibbet or like gazebo-like structure about 10 foot by 10 foot, cross-stitched with vines and petrified wood that creates kind of like a railing, and it's slowly coming down into sight.
You
And-
guys.
You keep up this exhausting effort, and as it lands, the wheel begins to turn backwards, not being pulled by you anymore, and the gazebo starts to go back up.
Oh no.
Quick, quick, quick,
Wait,
quick,
wait,
quick,
wait,
quick,
wait,
quick,
wait,
quick,
wait. I fly up onto the gazebo.
I will
Okay.
bonus action skitter.
It's a shitty house.
No, it's like stairs, but better.
It's like a fake hill. No,
Uh,
it's not a fake hill.
Mangolin will, as if he can get onto the gazebo, is going to just stick out his tongue.
I will say it's not moving very quickly. So it touched the ground, And as you stopped pushing, it started going back up again. So I think all of you who obviously are able to grab up onto this thing, and slowly it begins ascending.
Like a Dark Souls elevator.
With the negative resistance there. And you have a moment. I think Aletheia can deduce that as long as it took you to push on this wheel, that will be at least as long as this trip will take. So in the middle of the night, beneath and inside of a volcano, are 4 animal creatures are in this makeshift elevator, slowly rising into the darkness. We cut to the top of the volcano. Our druids, Driacmo, Daffodil, Fea, and Polaris, joined also by Boudreaux and Gabbro. Driacmo, you felt that moment. You thought your runes, you thought you saw them flash. Fea, you felt that moment as well. Do you share this with your peers?
Yeah, I think that Driacmo is just going to say,
It is by Maru's providence. Things are going as they should, regardless of what happens to us.
Gabbro says, what do you mean?
Mangolin is something new by Maru's grace. I can only hope that this bodes well for the future.
Did you get a sensation as well then?
Yes.
I'm less optimistic than you. Anytime Flake takes something into his mind, disaster surely follows. I just hope it's disaster for them and not for us.
If Maru wills it, let it be so.
And Fea just nods sagely.
And Boudreaux kind of makes a face at you. Says, I don't mean no disrespect, but you're saying your animals are gonna save us?
That's a bit of a stretch, if we're being honest here.
I'm saying they will save everyone.
I think Daffodil kind of nods, being like, I don't think, with all due respect, that you understand our animals. My little bird. Oh, she wouldn't rest.
Well, that might be something to look forward to in the morning. And without the presence of Boreal, since his disappearance into the maw, you've seen the sacrifices make this tear in the clouds, growing extra bright and brilliant in the night sky, get ever so larger as each sacrifice is put forward. The angel-like Asamari that consoled you that your animals had not crossed over the threshold are singing up until the end. And that's where we'll leave episode 3 of Hearthward Bound. Okay. Let's do some plugs, and let's do some goodbyes. I want to invite everyone here to come back in 2 weeks, see the finale. It's gonna be great. I'd like to thank my cast for making this so much fun. I want to plug Encounter Party, friend of the show, Live Play 5e, Ravnica from Magic the Gathering podcast. Give that a listen. I'd also like to plug Party of One, a podcast where the gaming table is always set for 2. Jeff Stormer playing with tons of folks, games that I've usually never heard of. It's my source for finding out new games, so please do check that out. And I will throw it to Hopper, unless someone wants to go last. Hopper, give me your plugs.
Oh yeah, what's up, you guys? I'm Hopper. I've been playing Flake and Fia. I guess I'm gonna plug I don't know, us. If you're not sick of me and Marcy's face, come back on and you know you aren't. Come back on Tuesday. We are doing the final episode of our 4-shot flight of Dragon Age Rebellion over on Flights of Phantom here on ManaPot Studios, and it is gonna be dope. Other than that, I don't know. It's nice to be able to play in my world instead of having to run it.
It's so nice to have you. Zach.
Yeah, so guys, thanks so much for joining us. I am so stoked to be this little baby Pango and Mango Pango. I just want to say thank you to Fantasy Animal Vegan for the bits tonight. Thank you to the Artistically Inclined for your subscription once again, even under a new moniker. For shout outs, I want to make sure we throw out thank you to Encounter Party as always. Also, guys, we just got a mention from The Zone of Hot Truth, a podcast made by 4 aspiring DMs. So thanks for throwing us a tweet out there and for promotion. And guys, I can't wait till the conclusion. Hopefully, I just love being these 2 people / critters so much. So thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Marcy.
Hey y'all. I've just been having a great time doing this. Most of you know me as like the queen of angsty characters, and it's nice to take a break and play some fun murder owls and sprightly forest druids. And like Hopper said, I'll be back on the channel Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the conclusion of our Dragon Age flight. Join us. It's going to be crazy. We're stuck in the Fade, so you know it's going to be good. If anyone's a Dragon Age fan out there, you know what I mean by that.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. And, be sure to tune into the finale of this particular show on the 6th, the usual time, 4:30 Eastern Time. It will be my last show that I do for the entire year of 2020, which is only a month, but God knows it'll feel like a year because of the way this year has been going. So I will be back on the air at the top of 2021, and I will miss all of you. But yeah, join us for all the fun finales we've got coming up.
Excellent. Thank you. And last but not least, Marissa. Muted.
So as Bill mentioned at the top of this, I'm still muted. No, I'm not. Okay. As Bill mentioned at the top of the stream, this slot on the channel is usually occupied by The Hole in the World, which is our Invisible Sun stream, GM'd by the lovely Zach, with all these same wonderful faces. All 27 episodes are now up on YouTube, so if you haven't seen it and are a connoisseur of the surreal, give it a watch and catch up in advance of our interlude, The War Report, which will be back on this channel in this time slot in 2021. Also, since I am the last one to go, I will also just add be safe and well during the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Whatever your plans may be, we encourage you to be safe, social distance, use masks, and make good decisions, make good choices.
Thank you.
Can we just, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, Bill. Can we also just give it up for Bill for doing this? Because it's been a fantastic.
Yeah.
We're having so much fun.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't choose to do it with any other group. You've made my first time very special.
It is not safe for work.
And with that, thanks again to ManaPot Studios, the Legend Tree, Liza Courtwright for the art, Probably Bad RPG Ideas, and Andreas Walters and Metalweave Games for the Awakened. We are Hearthward Bound. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.